Okay, so I'm going to try doing a car vlog today. This is automatic transmission BRZ because I live in Southern California, or Orange County, California rather, where traffic is pure horseshit if you're trying to go anywhere during the week. I really didn't want to be kicking my left leg constantly on long drives, because sometimes you'll get stuck in traffic for 3 or more hours. So I went with the automatic, and honestly it shifts so fast that you'd be hard pressed to keep up with it around an autocross circuit in sport mode. And it does auto downshift with blipping, so it's not like you really have to put much effort into anything. And honestly, it's just kind of nice, like after work, I'm feeling burned out, just rail some corners like that. But I'm also doing this to give an idea of what the unequal length header sounds like. So let's... much better than stock. So the nice thing about this car is you've got two different drive-by-wire modes. Sport is like fairly aggressive. It tries to keep the revs high so that you've always got some kind of power. Under hard downshifting, when it's an automatic, or under hard braking, it automatically downshifts. The reason it didn't do it back there was because I had it in manual mode. And you can just pop back and forth manual mode. You can also bump shift with the stick in manual mode, or you can use the paddles. I just use the paddles. The only time I'd probably use the bump is for autocross. Slip when you use the BRZ sport button. I don't know, how would you describe it? It loosens up the rear end. You don't have the brakes kicking on and the throttle cutting out, because it's a much more aggressive, well, I guess you wouldn't call it a mild intervention, and it only intervenes if you are really sliding out. Like if you go into full on, you're losing the rear end and you're at the risk of hammerheading your car in an intersection or something, that's when it kicks on, and it grabs it pretty much right where you want it to. It gives you enough wiggle room to drift a little bit. So it's about perfectly suited for autocross, because it'll save your ass if you make a big mistake and keep you from spinning out. So usually I drive in just full assists or VSC Sport. You can hold down the left button to completely turn off all assists, but I only do that when it's really dry out and I'm doing autocross and really feel like screwing around. But that gets you yelled at if you're drifting too much during an autocross event. So yeah, the other thing about that is there's a, I guess you call it diagnostic or factory mode, that when you first start the car up, you do what's called the pedal dance. See right there, it saved me. Well, it didn't really save me, it prevented me from doing a full-on drift, but it gives you an idea. So anyway, the pedal dance lets you intervene and completely disable all assists. The funny thing about the left button, if you hold it down, it seems to completely turn everything off, but if you're out on a track, there's still apparently a factory override in place that if you're going too crazy, like full on spinning the tires and the front end is nowhere near what your rear end is doing, it'll still kick on the assists. So some track guys will do the pedal dance before they do stuff, and I guess if you were going out to a parking lot and wanted to do some big drifting, then it would be good for that too, but otherwise it's not really necessary. Yeah, those big fucking plastic nuggets. So, I might start doing car vlogs. It really depends on what the weather's like. Today it's kind of shitty and gray out. It's supposed to rain all day, which is surprising for this time of year, but I figure I'm not gonna take any chances with the bike. It's also a little cool out, and my commute is not very long, so I don't see the point in freezing my ass off and getting wet if I don't have to. So, let me know what you think of car vlogs, and I'm going to talk more about this car in the future and maybe do a review of it from an owner's point of view of somebody that works on their own car, because there are a lot of squids out there and young kids doing vlogs who don't really do much of anything themselves. They just pay other people, like that Subaru WRX guy. It's just kind of not a fan of him. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and questions and comments, leave them below, and please subscribe if you like my stuff.